6 lovely nights in Mannum, we are on the road again, off to the along the Murray River. We're in what they call the Riverland region, so got to watch out for our fruit and fry, veg and all that sort of stuff. So we've had to go through all our fruit and veg and make sure we're not carrying something we're not supposed to, and get rid of that stuff that we did. But yeah, last night was our last night in Mannum. Very, very windy. It was quite unpleasant. Up until then, we'd had beautiful sunshine, and even though it was a bit cold, but today is pretty miserable. We've stopped at a place called Walker Flat, not far from Mannum. It's not that far to the South Australian border, so we just thought we'd stop at a few little free camps along the way on our way to Renmark. But yeah, I think today is going to be an inside day, and I'll show you why. Pretty windy. Pretty windy, and that wind is like -3 degrees. Well, I think it's -3 degrees. It's cold, it's icy, makes my ears hurt. So it's pretty much a day in the caravan today. Just a little windy today. We're up here on Shed Hill, and we've come here to see this. What is this, you might ask yourself? Well, it's what's left of a quarry that was mining oyster shells for fertilizer. It is the only seam of oyster shell in the southern hemisphere, one of the largest. Apparently it was about 6 meters deep, and it's 5 million years old. The quarry closed in like 1949 or something, but they left this here as a monument to it. I mean, look at this. You can even see the oyster shells. 5 million years old. And when you think about it, Adelaide is about like 100 kilometres roughly that way. We're not even near the ocean. And yet there's this 6 metre seam of oyster shells. Most of which have gone into fertilizer. And this is all that's left. This one below. It's really quite fascinating. I honestly wouldn't have thought I'd be all that interested in seeing a pile of seashells. But when you're standing up here on this ridge, and there's this massive big gully below, and there's nothing here but this whopping big pile, and you're nowhere near the ocean. This is our last morning here on the banks of the Murray at Swan. We are planning to go further down the Murray. It's been a great campsite. We have a fantastic spot. And this is us just here, right on the banks of the river. There's a nice little fire pit there. Beautiful view. This is what we wake up to morning. Pretty special. We're sat at the fire, watch the sun go down, come out here in the morning, watch the sun rise, watch the corellas go up and down stream en masse and come down every morning about 10:30. They seem to have a particular tree right near the banks of the ferry, overlooking the pub of Swan, which is on the other side of the river. Then they go back again of an evening or a late afternoon. Quite noisy. There's ducks here, there's pelicans here. It's a great campsite. It's really nice. But I've taken a trip across the ferry. It's a 24/7 ferry, which is just up the river from us, from the campsite. Yeah, so there's the ferry. It's another one of those free ferries that runs 24/7. It's not as busy as the one at Mannum, obviously. I mean, the one at Mannum, there's two. This one's only one, and it's got like a bell that you can call it across so he doesn't have to, doesn't just keep going backwards and forwards if it's not needed. I went and had a check out of the town, cute little town. The Murray Princess stops down there. It was here when we arrived, but it's long gone. I don't think it comes back up until Tuesday. It's got a pub, general store, an op shop, a cafe. It's a nice little park. You can sit by the river. It's not been without its challenges though. The weather, it is winter. The weather has not always been great. We've had a couple of sunny days, but a couple of cloudy, some completely overcast, which, as you can imagine, is not great for solar. And for weight reasons, we left a generator behind. We didn't bring a generator. We didn't bring a solar panel. We had extra that we could have laid, on an extension cord and set out in the sun. So we've had to watch our power consumption. And to top that off, in between camping on the other side of the river from Mannum, Walker's Flat, which we stayed before here, and here, our car is no longer talking to our caravan in terms of battery charging. Usually when we drive, driving actually helps top up our battery, and it didn't do that. It's also something where we can, if our battery is running low, we can turn our car on for a little bit, let it run, let it idle, and it will charge up our battery. Yeah, it wasn't working. I guess that's what happens when you have a caravan that's about 10 years old. Things start to not work. So Mark has ordered a new DC-DC charger, which we're going to collect downriver. But in the meantime, we've had to be very careful about our power. Only use lights when we need them, which, we're sitting out at the campfire, we just kept all the lights off. We haven't been watching TV overnight, especially here, because we couldn't get normal TV, so we've had to use the satellite reception. So that's double the amperage used, because we need to use the TV itself, and the satellite box takes about 4 amps. The freezer, which we've got under the bed, sucks out extra power. Would be fine if it was sunny, would be fine if our DC-DC charger was working, but I guess that's all part of camping. So today we're heading off. I'm not quite sure where we're staying, but we're heading in the general direction of a little town called Glossop, where we're going to be picking up this part. It's close to Renmark. There's a couple more free camps like this one downriver. We stayed here an extra day because we knew that the part wasn't going to arrive until a certain amount of time. So, but we managed to get by. We were just careful with our power. But I mean, really, when you've got a view like this, who needs TV?